This is the latest vlog. Today's date is Thursday the 6th of March 2025. Update. Now, that's a water bowl site, and there's a whole load of water bowl sites in all of this fenced off area, which the powers that be knew about, because they've done quite a few surveys on this site and even put their flags there way back September last year. And this is the very site that on the 26th of February 2025 the local council held a wee meeting, along with a whole lot of school kids digging the turf. Now, wildlife laws, call it what you want, that is a protected site, that's why it's cordoned off. And the reason it's cordoned off is because it's full of water voles, potential breeding sites, which you can't really disturb, but eco-ecology, North Lanarkshire Council, local councillors, BAM Null, think it's admissible. They don't care, basically. So, in reflection, they knew this site was here, but they thought, sod it, we're going to get in and put the boot into everything else, and they did. And then they had the realisation, oh, there might be water bowls here. For why they've done this now, I have no idea. But if you look at that grey boundary over there, and if you look just beyond that grey boundary, there should be at least a 9-metre exclusion zone from that said boundary. And that wee site there is not 9 metres away from that boundary, not in any way, shape or form. And that grey fence, or grey, whatever you want to call it, is not 9 metres away from the building site. Yeah? So, that's the way it sits at the moment. But what I have found out is, I've been shouting for the best part of a year about speaking to a wildlife liaison officer. Allegedly, there's one officer stationed up at the police campus, up at the old steelworks, and yet that particular gentleman can't get up off his fucking arse to actually do anything. So, the traps were put down there on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. No, Tuesday at 10 o'clock. No one inspected those traps on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. As a matter of fact, as far as I'm led to believe, they were inspected at 0840 hours on Thursday morning, which is a clear violation of said licence issued, I'm going to make an assumption here, by Sheila McMillan, because she was the one who signed off on the, see that big bare bank? That's her that signed off on that. So, if they don't catch any more water voles in that particular area there, what they're going to do is, they're going to start digging them out. And they've nowhere to go. That's that. But if you look over at the far side, where all the orange fencing and all the rest of it is, how many have they killed over there? How much wanton destruction has the council decided, and Balmnuttle, because they're not in the clear, they instigated all of this, along with all the other contractors involved and other agencies, Nature Scotland, all the rest of it. Yeah, I know, I'm not a broken record. And it just seems so coincidental that they got all the major work of muck shifting done. I will leave that wee bit there. And then we'll go, oh, we found a couple of waterfalls. This area has had more ecology investigation than anywhere else I know. Not one, not two, but 3, possibly 4, possibly 5 ecologists. They've all put a report in that the place is absolutely full of waterfall sites, and Balmnuttle can put out how much paperwork they've got and all the rest of that jazz. But you know what? There is no excuse for breaking the wildlife law. There is no excuse for decimating an area which was so rich in habitat for waterfalls, red listed protected species, bats, and birds of prey, deer, all the rest of it. The council don't give a fuck. Balmnuttle, they put on their website about how green they are. Aye, they're that green, eh? Look at the decimation. North Lanarkshire Council, oh, we're fighting to save the voles. Aye, okay. This is their site, so they're guilty by association. And then you come down to the local councillors who have pushed all this. They've stood there on that wee grassy bit and says, oh yeah, we're doing great, it's ought to help the community. Well, all you've done in helping the community is giving them all the fucking rats and vermin and everything else that was in the field. Now that's not including the water, the shrews and mice and all the rest of it were in that field. You know. And I'm going to point out the hypocrisy in all of this. Bear with me. See that white thing at the end of the block? Generator. That sits and runs all night and all day. And during the day, the so-called environmentally friendly Balmnuttle leave that hooked in to the corporate cars, the electric EVs as they would call them. So that's really green, isn't it? I've got an electric car, but I plug it into a big massive generator to keep my car charged up. And what's the generator using? Oh, fossil fuel. Oh, smashing, aye. Super. So that's just a wee update, people, on the hypocrisy and the blatant disregard that Balmnuttle, North Lanarkshire Council, Nature Scotland, Sheila McMillan, you know who you are, honey. That's what they've inflicted on the people of Gartcosh and Lochside. A fucking migrant centre. Oh, smashing. Just what you want. And we're spending all this money doing it, but yet they can't come round and empty a bin. They can't come round, sort of water that's falling down. Can't sort a roof. Oh, that's too much money. But they're spending 160 million pounds of your money on migrant centres all over this spot. So I'll let that sink in. sink in, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope whatever party watches this and is affiliated to any of the people that I've mentioned above, I hope you have a really good listen to it all. That's not to mention the amount of trucks, deliveries that are coming in Blades Court. Now, there was a resident who's quick to stand up and all the rest of it, and it's not me, who stated, nah, they'll not be using that as an entrance for all these vehicles, no rest of it. Aye, where are you now, mouth? Sitting in your arse doing hee-haw, doing nothing, because you're a mouthpiece and a ball bag. You know who you are. Have a nice day, ladies.